Hey, what's up, guys? This is Elo Speaks back again with another video. And this particular video topic it's gonna be a football topic. I know I don't have too many of those outside the Brett Favre videos, but I just wanted to talk about Baker Mayfield for 1 second. So as you know, Baker Mayfield was dealing with his situation in Cleveland as the Cleveland Browns didn't want to exercise their fifth-year option with him, and on top of that, they traded in for Deshaun Watson, paying him guaranteed dollars, et cetera, et cetera. I don't want to get too much into that. One particular thing I want to get into is Baker Mayfield's play. So I'm going to title this video Baker Mayfield's Trash. Now, it kind of hurts me to say that, but it's the truth because I kind of like Baker Mayfield. I like his moxie. I like his fighting spirit. He has a big chip on his shoulder. I sometimes have that as well in terms of certain aspects of my life that I want to achieve and strive in. But it's just certain things you're just not going to be good at, and football is one of them. As regards to Baker Mayfield, yes, Baker Mayfield, unfortunately, is a trash QB. Is just not getting any better for him. Excuse me. As regards to his play on the field, is a lot to be desired. I don't see him being a long-term franchise player for any team. I think being a football quarterback for the Carolina Panthers is his last shot. He had a little bit of success in Cleveland, even though he had a lot of talent around him. He had like two studded running backs. He had a decent offensive line. He had a great defense, and he still couldn't get the job done. And on top of that, he had a great wide receiver core, and he still wasn't able to, get the job done. So it's only fair to give him a bulk of the criticism. Yeah, he went through multiple coaches and rebuilding up in the Cleveland franchise that's been moribund for a lot of the times, to say the least, was a struggle in itself. But he still found a way to be successful a little bit in that franchise, even making it to the playoffs, winning a playoff game, etc. And then there were talks of them even possibly making it to the Super Bowl. But again, Baker Mayfield just is so lackluster. It leaves a lot to be desired as a quarterback that's going to possibly lead you to a Super Bowl. Not just leading you to the Super Bowl, but also winning it as well. And I think he's just not the guy for the job. So again, Baker Mayfield is trash. Yes, he is trash. Don't let people like Skip Bayless or others try to dissuade you from saying that he's not. Skip Bayless has no argument. He likes Baker Mayfield as a player. That's why he defends him. But there's no strong case that he has to make that Baker Mayfield is a good to great quarterback that could potentially lead you to a deep playoff run, or even make the playoffs and all. Because this was his second chance in Carolina. Now, granted, Carolina is trash within itself, but for some reason, the media they like to see it's like the Tom Brady effect, where you could make things happen with less because of the pieces that Tom Brady had around him in New England, and he was still able to be successful and make deep playoffs run despite having the best wide receiver or any other star-studded talents around him. And that was just the greatness of Tom Brady. Unfortunately, there's a lot of quarterbacks that doesn't have that type of attribute to them, so they're gonna struggle. And because people are gonna compare them to Brady, they're always gonna fall short. Baker Mayfield's no different, and that's where you see it right now. His poor play on the field just is lackluster, and on top of that, he has a big mouth. No shot is just the real. He has a big mouth. He talks himself into situations that he shouldn't be situated, so it makes the chip on his shoulder even bigger. And on top of that, the commercials all on TV, doing all those commercials, playing during every other game and stuff like that. That was a problem too. So it just shows a lack of detail and self-awareness on his part, because he's doing all this like he's a mega super quarterback that has paid guaranteed dollars, but he was still on his rookie contract. Now, granted, he's a big face, big name. You could make money with it, but still, by the end of the day, it's going to be what you do on the football field. What is the success that you're going to bring to your team? And if you're not bringing success to your team, then all those commercials, all that talking, all that vibrato, all that boasting, all that, tough talk is just empty. So again, I don't see this ending well for Baker Mayfield. Hopefully, maybe he could bounce back possibly with another team, but I don't see it because his play is just awful and it looks like it's just getting worse. Sometimes he has spurts. That means spurts of great, like, well, I would say great or like good quarterback play, but then overall, like as the game continues, he just starts to falter. And granted, he's no better than Sam Darnold or any other possible, quarterbacks in that draft class, but still, it's just not looking good for Baker Mayfield. I think his career probably might be over unless he accepts that I'm just a backup QB. Now, if he does that, then yeah, he could play in the league for however long that he's able to play. But as a starting QB, a franchise player for a team, now that's out the door, out the window, and he needs to forget about that, unfortunately. But again, Baker Mayfield's trash. He was trash in Cleveland. He was trash in Carolina. And if he goes to another team, most likely it's going to be a backup role. And that's about it, because the allure, the mystique, all that when it came to Baker Mayfield coming out the draft, it's just not there. Granted, he did way better than I assumed, because I thought, possibly he looking like Johnny Manziel 2.0, but he was better than Johnny Manziel. I give him that. He was way better than Johnny Manziel, but after that, he suffered the same fate that most Cleveland quarterbacks face when going to that franchise. So it's gonna be an interesting situation to see how Deshaun Watson play when he gets off suspension. But in terms of Baker Mayfield career moving forward, it's just not good. But those are my thoughts and opinions on the matter. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Do you think Baker Mayfield will start for an NFL team again? Do you think he will find success with possibly the Carolina Panthers in the near future? Let me know in the comment section down below. This is Edo Speaks out.